Crap, now I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, now you're stuck because welcome to Comics Experiment. That is the intro right there.
Have to go to the bathroom? Yeah.
I had too much tea.
And you know what's going to be really fun about this episode of Comics Experiment?
Yeah.
The weekly show that we put out over here on Comicstorian. And we stream it live every Thursday on twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. And then it goes over to our Patreon, patreon.com/eligiblemonster, where for only $1 you get access to multiple podcasts and multiple early access and multiple projects that we're doing over there.
Yes,
you know
you,
what the
you
best
definitely did mean to say patreon.com/comicstorian.
I did say that.
You said eligible monster.
Oh, patreon.com/comicstorian. But that doesn't matter because here's the best part. You have to pee, right?
Yeah, and we're talking about Aquaman.
Rob.
Remember that time he made a tidal wave disappear? Or that time he went up a waterfall?
Rob, just think and do me a favor. Just close your eyes for a moment.
No,
we're gonna have a
please
meditation
don't do
opening.
it.
Close
Don't
my
do
eyes
it.
for a moment.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Picture rushing waters over the waterfall. Picture the salmon leaping through as it splashes. Okay? Picture the tranquil nature of the water and how beautiful the ocean can be with Aquaman.
Gary gets to go to the bathroom.
We just put Gary
Everyone's
in the bathroom.
I'm also picturing how much I pee after a long night of drinking. Rob in his mid-20s, whole different beast. Yeah.
So anyway, we are going to talk today about the feats of strength from Aquaman. It's
Strength
going
of
to
feet?
the feats of strength.
The strength of feet?
The
Feet of strength.
We're going to talk about how strong his feet are.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got hobbit feet.
Yes, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the new Lego DC Super Villains DLC, Aquaman, which I got to go see. And I'm going to give you guys my opinion of the Aquaman movie, which I got to see, but I'm not allowed to review. That's what's happening on today's episode of the Comics Experiment. And you're going to watch Dan suffer.
Yeah. You can't get up and go pee during the
Not until we're done.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the longest episode we have ever created.
I'm going to stand really still so that Dylan can cut my video portion and just repeat it while I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, okay. As one half of the Comics Experiment leadership, we are not pulling off speed scenes
Speed scenes.
where they loop the video to trick the
You
guy.
know
into
what that's
thinking
called? Speed scenes?
I didn't know that's what they
I
were
just
called.
know it as the thing they do in heist movies.
I mean, I call it speed scenes. Yeah, because I thought it was made famous from Speed. I'm sure it happened before Speed, but I thought
Well,
Speed made
okay.
it famous.
So anyway,
yes.
rushing waterfalls. So just so you guys know, I want to explain before we go into this what a feat of strength is, because not all of our viewers know what a feat of strength is. They don't know what it is. I do want to state there is going to be an active attempt at not repeating a lot of the same stuff in our top 10 that just came out 2 days ago. But we are going to be talking probably about a couple of those to kind of get everyone's reaction, stuff along those lines.
Yep.
But so a feat of strength is considered something beyond the norm, something that shows how strong the hero is, but you don't get to typically see it.
Usually, like their maximum ability.
Yeah,
something like that,
you know, like a lot of people like to use World War Hulk breaking the Eastern Seaboard potentially as a feat of strength.
Feat of strength. Yeah.
Something only they can do.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of times, feats of strength are brought up for the sake of like a character battle argument. The power scaler community loves to use them. I've bashed the power scaler.
Here's
community.
one instance where they did something cool, therefore we can use that, but not all the time, because sometimes that one thing they do disagrees with my point, and so we have to kind of keep that hidden.
Which is why I'm not a fan
exactly
of feats of
it.
strength. I mean, case in point, there is one moment in the Hulk run where he, what was it? He managed to grow gills, I think it was, because he was underwater so
Oh,
long.
yeah.
That was a Jason Aaron run.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
So that's a different debate. But I just wanted to clarify for people who aren't deep into the comic book community. Feats of strength are typically used in arguments. That's kind of why they're collected. They're compiled on Reddits, and a lot of people they do deep research.
Yeah,
into
like what you guys can usually find them in like respect threads. So
Yes.
like, respect Juggernaut, and then they'll show like all the things Juggernaut did. Like when he was Tryon Juggernaut and punched a hole in the universe.
Yeah,
So, like, just
and we'll
stuff
get
like
things like that. So
He actually does that. Yeah, he
That's
goes to like
pretty
100
awesome.
feet tall and like punches a hole in reality. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
So that's what we're going to be doing today. But I also want to talk briefly about the Aquaman movie, what I can say, and I do want to talk about the DLC for the Lego DC Super Villain game. Why can I never say it right? It's not even that challenging.
Yeah.
No, Rob,
It is kind of a
You're
mouthful.
just,
though.
yeah.
I know
you're
you
just-
got footage from it. Did you actually get to play it or just get footage from it?
Just footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool. I want to talk about that real quick, and we're going to show some of the scenes right now about me playing it and going through it. The segment I got to play was the battle with Orm.
If you're showing the segments, can I run to the bathroom?
No,
Son of a bitch.
because that'll be cheating.
Yeah, man.
Damn it, that was the perfect
So it's the
moment.
battle with Orm. So basically it introduces Aquaman in the battle. It's in an arena style thing. Now what I enjoyed about this DLC segment, because you and I played the entirety of LEGO DC Supervillains here on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv.
Yeah. Oh, one quick second. Gary, do you mind getting us some bottles of water? I appreciate it, man.
Hey, let's do 3 of them and put them right in front of Dan. That'd be great. Yeah, thank you so much, Gary. So the Orm, so basically, the way the game played out was it was fun. We could play through it, but it was the same kind of content for the most part. The Orm battle is completely different from the rest of the LEGO DC Supervillains game.
See, I would think it would be like the battle from Throne of Atlantis, basically.
I don't even know. I can't remember the battle they had on that one.
That was what they ended up fighting on the surface. It was basically, kind of like a reworking of the Flashpoint battle.
Yeah, well, no. So what they did in this one was you have a straightforward battle, which is what's in the game already.
Yeah.
And then you got to like kind of finagle some things and blow up stuff next to Orm, which should be happening on the screen right now. Dylan has footage to play with on this, provided I can find the card that I have, because I was thinking about that yesterday.
Kind of
Oh
important
my
that you
god,
do that.
did you lose it?
I didn't lose it. So what I did was I put the card into my sunglass container. And then sealed the sunglasses because we flew back at a weird hour, so I had no need for sunglasses. So I just had to find those sunglasses.
So you've partially lost it.
Partially, but it's a much larger container than they handed it to me.
And the tiny little memory card.
Anyway, but what was cool about it, what I really enjoyed, was then Orm takes off and you chase him, and you have like a chase sequence kind of a thing going on. And while this is going on, Mara's like finagling behind the scenes. Now, I didn't get to play much else about the DLC. But I do want to say, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up in today's topic, is the DLC plays very closely to what happens in the movie. Not carbon copy,
Okay.
but it was very close to what happened in the movie. Now, speaking about the Aquaman movie and Benny's early experience of it, I can give official review, I believe the 10th or the 11th. I'm going to
So don't get yourself in trouble, dude.
No, I'm not.
I think it's usually 3
The thing they
weeks.
said was, I can't talk about the cinematography, and I can't review it.
Okay.
Okay, so overall, I can't give a score. That was the thing, which I loved when I tweeted out. Like, I can't give you guys a review of it yet until the embargo lifts, but I will say I am going to go see the movie a second time, because I want to. And then the response to that was like 5 people going, so what's the score?
Yeah. It seems like it's pretty epic in scale.
There's nothing to really spoil if you know Aquaman. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to throw out there. So don't worry about spoilers. You don't have to stay off Twitter the day it comes out.
Okay.
The movie itself, definitely, in my opinion, was it's a very solid superhero movie. Very good superhero movie. I enjoyed it. I am going to see it a second time. I don't think I can say much else without getting in trouble because then eventually,
because even that's
You start getting into like
slightly
the plot. And
right. If I start going
story,
into the plot and stuff like that, and
towing the line.
and I give it like some like points, it's kind of towing the line. I will put it on an official review once the embargo is lifted.
Yeah.
But overall, the fact that I'm going to go see it a second time, because we've seen movies like this before.
Yeah.
And we don't go again.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan went to go see the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and I'm watching that a second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm really excited to see it.
So good.
So I believe the embargo, for everyone who's wondering, who's watching this video, because it's still going to be ahead of the embargo as far as I know, is the 10th or the 11th. I'm going to verify which of those 2 dates, and that's when I'll put up my vlog review of the movie.
Yeah. It's usually 3 weeks, I thought, before the movie actually comes out.
They're always different.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends on how far.
3-ish weeks.
No, some of them like embargoed right up to the moment it comes out.
Yeah, like Fan 4 Stick.
Yeah.
Within 3 weeks, which could be any time period.
So anyway, Dan.
I hate you so much right now.
Yeah. Hey, let me know when you're done drinking that, and I'll go ahead and fill your cup with some water.
Oh no, you're here. Go ahead and add to it. Let's just
here.
get some swishing.
Will you hand me that?
No,
over there, Dan?
no. I have had 4 cups of tea this morning.
So
Really?
And, oh yeah.
okay,
So
so
you
anyway,
probably really have to pee.
Oh
right
yeah.
Like
No, I
really
I'm like,
bad.
don't think about it, Dan. Don't think about how bad you have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Don't think about how good it would be to go in the bathroom and pee right now.
I hate you guys.
So anyway,
focus on
yeah.
that.
So the DLC came out, and they're doing a part 1 and a part 2, which is kind of cool. And it is tying directly into the movie, and it is the movie version of Aquaman. So that's kind of cool. We're going to be doing it on our big stream we're doing next week. We haven't planned the day out yet when this video goes up. We're doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate the 2 million subs on Comicstorian through YouTube.
12-hour stream.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what?
We're
You
gonna
can
do-
fire me.
Wow.
This isn't gonna happen.
He made it 10 minutes, Rob.
Wow, that's a little shameful, Dan.
It's 5 minutes longer than I thought.
It's a little disappointing.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 12-hour stream coming up soon to celebrate the 2 million.
Yeah.
We thought about doing a 2-hour stream to celebrate 2 million, but that would be...
I would do 12.
Yeah, well, it's a bigger deal. So
Yeah.
we're going to play some of the Lego DC DLC, Lego DC Supervillains next week. We're going to be doing some of the podcasts live. Once we work on the date, I was going to check with you and everything like that. Because it's going to be in YouTube, so these people don't get to see these things done live typically.
Yeah, I mean, I get back on Sunday, and then after that, I don't leave again until the week of Christmas.
Okay, yeah. So that's what we're looking at doing. We're going to play some games, play some Spider-Man, play some Lego DC. We're going to do all kinds of stuff in the big 12-hour stream.
Yeah.
But we'll be playing the DLC there. The movie, like I said, I'll go see it again. But now before we go into the feats, I wanted to talk about something else.
Okay.
Rob, you're the history guy. I'm going to throw something at you and see if you have this.
Okay.
Here we go. You can always tell Rob's nervous when he goes, okay.
Okay.
Why do people think Aquaman is lame?
Oh, because of the Super Friends show.
That's primarily it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the continued ridicule of the character.
Yeah, like he rode a seahorse and talked to fish.
Yeah.
That's kind of the bane of his existence.
That was Aquaman.
Now, having said that, casting Jason Momoa, who already looks badass, to play the role of the character who looks badass in the movie, I think will actually go a pretty long way towards changing the perception of Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, and I think they've been doing a good job of that because in the comic book community, they've done a great job of that recently. Now, I've been a fan of Aquaman for a very long time, since before.
The only problem I have is that the rebellion in Atlantis just seems to be stretching on too long. Like I was by the time it ended, I was ready for it to be done.
Well, see, that's the only problem I have with Aquaman. It always kind of redoes that storyline over and over.
Yeah, where
and
he
over.
gets ousted as king.
No, he's not the king anymore. That storyline constantly keeps happening.
Yep.
Which is why, kind of like what they've been doing with Rebirth, where it wasn't all about that.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of exploration into the trench. There was a lot of exploration into Wrath. There was a lot of exploration into the underworld.
Yeah.
They were kind of just developing the story in the world of Aquaman even more.
Corm Wrath was a cool character. Like once they gave him that origin one shot, that was actually pretty cool.
Except
They
the
did a lot
art of that.
Oh yeah, it
issue.
looked terrible.
That art
but they
was
gave him a lot of
cool.
character building.
Yeah.
And so on. But you're talking about going from the art from the main Aquaman book to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a pretty big change.
Well, I
It
mean,
was
here's
such
the
a
problem.
drastic difference.
This is, I can never pronounce his name, but it's Steve, see if you can try that. It's,
Steven Sejic.
but he's got a J in it. It's not full Steven. It's STJ.
Shevin.
He's like Norwegian, I want to say. He
Stefan-
is becoming very famous. He's got
But
Stefan
the
Sejic.
art, like the cover art is the comic.
Oh yeah, no,
art,
this
and
is
it
the
looks
comic.
beautiful.
This comic right here is actually a reason I grabbed this one to show you this. But that art is incredible.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And he's one of my favorite artists out there right now. And he doesn't get, I don't think he gets enough work. I don't know what the reason behind that is. He is also doing his independent book, Sunstone.
It may also, because his art style looks like it takes time.
And that's what I
Yeah.
think it is.
It's like Esad Ribic. Like it takes forever for him to make a book.
Yeah.
So
But Aquaman in general has always been kind of an enjoyable book, but Rebirth has done a really good job of taking him in a new direction.
well, it took a little while. Like it was for the first couple arcs, it didn't really have me, and then Dan Abnett came on and actually blew it up.
Yeah.
The
Well, Jeff
stuff
Johns did
they've-
a great job at the start of New 52
Yeah,
with Throne of Atlantis and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But
the
they
problem
did
is
have
that
a
once he
weird lull.
left, yeah, nobody knew what
The
to do.
problem is, and this does tie into all this stuff. Jeff Johns is such a good writer. Anybody who seems to follow up him can't hit that level.
Yeah, well, because it's yeah. I mean,
What run have you thought of that the run got better when Jeff Johns left?
I mean, I like Francis Manipoul's Flash in New 52. That followed Jeff Johns' run at the end of.
That's
Like
true.
going into New
but
52.
but Francis Manipoul had the ability to do almost a reboot because of
Yeah.
New 52. So he got to start Flash from he didn't have to build off of what Jeff Johns did. He could start it over.
Well, Jeff Johns also wrote Avengers, which was not the best run ever.
Well, Jeff Johns came into his own as the years went on. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Venditti's Green Lantern, I think, is about as good as Jeff Johns was.
I think it got there, but it didn't start there.
No, it didn't start. But Jeff
Third
Johns,
Army and stuff like that it didn't have the same level of epicness
But
that
I mean,
Jeff
Jeff
Johns'
Johns'
Blackest
run
Night did.
didn't start all that great either. I mean, it was like
Nobody
like,
was building. He was building up like
Green
crazy.
Lantern Rebirth was good, but then it took a while to build up to Sinestro Corps War, and it was just kind of like, okay, it's like what's the point of all this?
Yeah.
Then Sinestro Corps War happens, then it just keeps on going.
Yeah.
So yeah, then that's when it gets really cool. But he got really good with Green Lantern pretty fast. But yeah, no, I mean you're right. I mean his Flash run was really good. Yeah, I mean there's no.
And I feel like
That's a good point.
Dan Abnett has done an amazing job, but there was that weird part in the middle of after Throne of Atlantis when Jeff Johns left Aquaman. that I don't remember even what happened.
I will
because
say-
it just got very not interesting.
I will say with Justice League, his Justice League run was really, really solid all the way through. And then there was the Bryan Hitch run, which was okay. And now Scott Snyder's run is really, really good. So aside from the Bryan Hitch run, yeah. Scott Snyder's run is different, though. It's not the same as Jeff
No,
Johns'
it's
Kind of what
Justice
makes it better.
Yeah,
I
it
like
feels
it.
different. It feels epic. It feels like it's on its own scale, and that's
Yeah.
what I like about Scott Snyder's run right now.
It's just-
as
it's-
much as I love Scott Snyder's writing, though, sometimes I think with the with Justice League run that he's doing right now,
Man.
it just gets a little too big.
Too big.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, it's so hard. Like once it's done, you're like, okay, now I get what happened. But
Yeah.
like when you're on issue 4 out of 7, you're like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, and it's taken like 4 issues to pick back up with Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Because you get Legion of Doom in like what is it? You get issue number 5, and then it goes into 8. Then it goes to issue number 8 with part 2. Then it's like 13 with
Yeah.
part 3, and it's like
Well,
all
they're
right,
using it as breaks between what he's doing.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's,
like, all right, Scott
working.
Snyder.
But yeah, it's kind of you just got to see the whole picture with the Scott
See,
Snyder run.
that's how I see. That's what I'm starting to learn with an individual book by Scott Snyder like Batman. It's like okay, super good, easy to follow.
Yeah.
Like Justice League is like reading a Hickman story. Like none of the shit makes sense until you get to the end, and then it makes perfect sense.
And then
So-
the whole story is the most amazing thing you've ever read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you were on like the issue before the last, you're just
Yeah.
like, did it end? Did
Yeah, you have to read the
Remember,
whole
remember,
thing.
remember, I know we're way off topic right now, but that's typical for Comics Experiment if you are one
Yeah.
of our first-time viewers.
You're talking about Avengers and New Avengers?
No, I was going to say,
Oh.
remember when Scott Snyder ended the Justice League 6
Yeah.
with the White Lantern symbol?
Yes.
And I hit you both up like, did it end? Was that the end?
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess.
And then I
it's
hit Scott
done.
Snyder. I'm like, did you just end the story? And he goes, no, we got one more.
It's like, it feels like it's done.
I'm confused if that's the end.
Yeah, it's like it feels like it's finished. Like I read Justice League issue number 8, and I was like the one that's like second part of Legion of Doom. I'm like, okay, so it's like a quick little 2-part story. Cool. You know, nope, part 3. Okay, man.
So,
Yeah.
but bringing this back to the Aquaman thing.
Yes.
Back on Aquaman. That's the thing about Aquaman is the writing is so inconsistent. It'd be different if it was Superman, if it was Batman, if it was Wonder Woman. The writing's usually consistent across the board with how good they are. But Aquaman's kind of the character where it's like, all right, so we had this really good run by this good writer. Let's give him a reprieve for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like whoever's available. Like it's you have everybody who's assigned, and then like Aquaman gets written by whoever's left. Yeah, and it's been like that up until Dan Abnett,
Yeah.
and then Dan Abnett, and then it's just like, damn, this is good, you know. But I expected nothing less though, because Dan Abnett was the guy who built like the Marvel Cosmic Universe, like who brought it all together. It's like Annihilation Conquest, War of Kings, Realm of Kings, all that kind of stuff. You take that guy and then you apply him to Aquaman, and it's like, well, it's gonna be Aquaman world building. That's all that's going to be. Like as soon as it was announced Dan Abnett was going to take over Aquaman, I was like, okay, so basically he's going to take all the stuff that's already there, he's going to consolidate it all, and then probably add some new stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Trident and like the spirits below, you know, where the Trident is, like in the Great Vault or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
if
Dark
you don't,
Magic Vault.
Yeah, like if you don't know their names, they'll kill you. Like I mean, it's just
That was cool.
That was
Yeah.
super cool. But like, see, that kind of thing is like that's the kind of stuff Dan Abnett does. And so I'm like, okay, and it's turned out to be an amazing run. But like I said, I mean, the only issue that I have is when Dan Abnett was writing like Annihilation Conquest, and like Quasar and like Star-Lord, like when he was writing all those different things, then and it was all going towards like a particular set of events. Then I was like, okay, that all works because it's consolidating the entirety of like the Marvel universe beyond Earth down into like a singular linear line of stories. With Aquaman, it's not that way.
No.
And you can't really write that way with Aquaman and then keep people's interest because then it just goes on for too long.
Yeah.
So
Let me ask you this, because this actually goes into this. So Aquaman is known as being the joke of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've done a great job of revitalizing him, but people still see him as the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And DC doesn't help when they do things like the Robot Chicken special and they just make him the
Yeah.
guy with the fish.
guy
But
with the fish. Robot chicken.
do you think that Aquaman and Mera would do better? And it seems like they're kind of going that direction recently. If they were just kind of separate from the rest of the DC universe.
Yes, absolutely.
Just let them explore the kingdoms, the Atlantis,
Dude,
the
okay.
Trench.
No, that's one thing- that's one thing I love.
Because Dan's been like really
Yeah.
caught up on Aquaman.
Yes.
Do you feel the DC universe hinders Aquaman?
Yes, and I think that's the biggest reason they've started making Mera more important.
Exactly.
And the reason why she is now in the Justice League is it kind of gives you, it allows you to reset kind of the water-based superhero.
Yeah.
And I think swapping it out for Mera kind of nullifies all those jokes about, oh, he can only talk to fish, he can only do this. And I think they're going to do something with him wherever he is right now
Yeah.
to try and revitalize the character so that when they bring him back, it's like, oh crap, like Aquaman's a big deal now.
Yeah, he's like free floating in the dark multiverse or something.
Something
like
We
that.
don't. He's on some shore. We just know he's alive. Is where we got it left with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, no, dude, I agree with that 100%. That's why, like, making Mera the Queen of Atlantis
Yes.
was a genius idea because, like, for years and years and years, it's just been like, well, Mera, she's the one everybody hates because she's from, like, a prison inside the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
You know, and she comes from there. And so, like, people hate her because of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you know, but and it's cool because then you have, like, the sisterhood who were just like, we're going to put her up as the queen, which was, that was so amazing.
Yeah.
But, like, having her become queen frees up Aquaman so you don't have to worry about, like, the drowned or the whole, like, drowned Earth conflicting with him. It's like, man, like, I've got to stop, you know, the dark multiverse gods from, you know, like, conquering Earth, but, like, I've also got to be king, too.
Right.
Like, you don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. No, I agree with that. I think that having Aquaman be king of Atlantis and be on the Justice League ran its course decades ago.
Yeah.
And I think that it slows him down. And I think it gets in the way of things. And I think that what Drowned Earth shows is that if you remove him from king and you have somebody else take his place,
Yeah.
so that Atlantis is governed, you know, and then you let Aquaman just go and do his thing, he gets cool.
Yeah.
It gets really, really cool.
I think part of the problem with him in the Justice League is when you remove him from water, he's still an awesome superhero. He's still bulletproof. He's still super strong. He has all his capabilities, but he's overshadowed because now you have Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. So
Yeah.
the intelligence is covered by Batman, the strength is covered by Superman,
Yeah.
and the more athletic, kind of like crazier bulletproof thing, that's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So then you just have Aquaman there.
He's
as
a
well.
jack of all trades, master of none when he's with the Justice League.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
when he's by himself, he gets to really excel. He gets to
Yeah.
really be amazing.
That's the problem he had. Because see, they had that problem forever with Martian Manhunter. Because Martian
Yeah.
Manhunter was originally a stand-in for Superman.
Yeah.
Because DC didn't want to overexpose. So they're like, well, put him on the Justice League and Superman will just appear every so often. And then Superman was popular enough where they're like, okay, we don't have to worry about overexposure. So they're like, put him on the Justice League. And then Martian Manhunter got backup stories in House of Mystery and shit.
Well,
and so
and
it's
they
like-
also don't. They also do a bad job with Martian Manhunter because Martian Manhunter at least has powers that make him separate, shape changing and things like that.
Yeah.
But they're like, but he's as strong as Superman, so just make him a Martian version of Superman. And
But
we're-
that's what I'm saying. Like the way they got around that was, well, he's got telepathy, so like he's the guy that links the team when like shit's popping off.
Yeah.
You know, like the Earth's under attack, so like I'll do the telepathic link, and it's like the one useful thing he does that makes him different from Superman.
And then Cyborg
so-
was like, oh crap, that was my job to
yeah,
get the information
that
to
was my
people.
job to
Ah,
be
come
useful, and
on,
now
man.
I'll just guard the watchtower. You know.
no, no,
and-
no.
Now they're like,
Yeah,
okay,
they
you
fixed
go to
this-
the ghost sector.
Yeah, I was gonna say they fixed. Have you been reading Odyssey?
Absolutely not.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It actually is
Is it-
really good.
And they fixed Cyborg by just taking him off the Justice League.
yeah. They're like,
Genius idea.
you're now
He's got
going
his
here.
own team. Put it in the middle. That's what I want.
Wow. Oh, okay. So that's what came in.
No, not right now. That's Ben
Okay.
upstairs. I meant to bring it down for a discussion today.
Oh, okay.
And I'm messing with Gary because he positioned everything perfectly, and now he's like,
Yeah, and yeah, Gary screwed up. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like Martian Manhunter was kind of like, okay, you know, so it's like, okay, he's a telepathic guy. He's like, oh, don't bring me fire, whatever. Because, but with Aquaman, they have yet to find that. Like, what's the useful thing Aquaman can contribute to the Justice League that has nothing to do with Atlantis?
Yeah.
So unless he's like calling in, you know, reinforcements with fish and like giant sea monsters and stuff, then like he's just a guy who's there.
Yeah, if they're not near water,
Yeah.
he has no use.
He's got no real use. So they're gonna have to add a power to him, or change one of his powers up, or do something to make him unique in that regard.
I think they're
So-
gonna try and emphasize on the like he now has the like source of light kind of in him because that's how he defeated the Death Kraken.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
I
want to
think-
see more of the Death Crack.
Yeah,
I
man.
think they're gonna use that to kind of try and go, hey, he's a lot cooler because that was the other thing about Mera. Was she was a better version of Aquaman because of her
She controls
aquakinesis.
water? Yeah.
Exactly, and it was like to the
Yeah.
point that when she fights against the Justice League, she pretty much wipes them all out.
Dude,
she
that was the
stops
coolest thing.
tidal
She's just
waves.
like, boom,
Yeah.
and like brings all that water up. Yeah, that was pretty beast. Yeah, no, man, dude, that is interesting. Mera's more interesting with Aquaman than Aquaman.
Well, it's funny because I'm not gonna spoil what happened in the movie, but because this is easy for me to say because it was me and Natalie while the movie was playing. Movie's playing, Mera comes on the screen. Natalie doesn't know who Mera is, and I just lean over and I'm like, honestly, Mera's kind of cooler than Aquaman.
Yeah,
And then Mera does Mera stuff. That's not a spoiler.
and it makes her cooler than
And
Aquaman.
Natalie's like, wow. Like,
yeah. I mean, she is like that is pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
We're all being super loud today. I don't know why.
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
I feel like we're all just like...
We're just so excited about
Everybody's so-
Aquaman.
You know what it is? I can tell you exactly why we're so much more excited today. One, we haven't done a podcast on Thursdays in literally 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We haven't been here. Two, Rob's just so excited to be hanging out back on Thursday.
Yeah.
That he's just like, we're all here. Dan's just like, I don't even know what to do.
Well,
I finally peed.
I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay, I have to get louder if I need to get a word in.
No, I'm excited because I'm going to see my girl tomorrow. So, yeah.
But you're excited in general, like you're excitable today is what I'm saying. And you're excitable,
yeah.
which is making me excitable, which is making him excitable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
contagious.
I'm also excited for Panera. Bacon, macaroni and cheese, and a grilled cheese sandwich. God. But okay, yeah. So Aquaman.
So now we've kind of go over that. What I
Yeah.
wanted to do is now go over his feats of strength.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then how can we make Aquaman, if we were in typical theory crafting fashion, after hearing his feats of strength, we were handed Aquaman.
I kind of have one.
Yeah. I would
Oh,
do-
you want to do it before I go over the feats of strength?
Well, actually, I was thinking about it. They've never, or at least as far as I've read of Aquaman, made a story where they're on land and Aquaman becomes very important because it's raining.
Didn't that happen at Throne of Atlantis, actually?
Was it Throne of Atlantis?
No,
I
that
can't
was a
remember.
tidal wave. Never
Yeah, I
mind.
can't remember if it's ever actually happened, but I feel like that would be a way to use him on land and have him get a lot more powerful and actually matter and
Like he
compare to
controls
everyone
rain
else.
and stuff
See,
like that?
okay,
Or
like
just, I don't know. Just rain with it. I was actually thinking of One Punch Man with
God.
Aqua guy,
Aquaman.
where he...
I think it'd be funny.
That'd be the coolest intro ever!
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured I'd say it now before I forgot when we actually got to that portion. So feats of strength.
Feats
Yeah,
of strength.
feats of strength.
In the New 52, Aquaman lifted a building. Oh, pre-New 52 Aquaman, he lifted a building. It was much harder underwater because it moved against the pressure of the water, and he lifts the building, but also countless tons of water pressure above him. So it's a
Yeah, but
sunken
it's-
building, and he lifts the whole thing out of the water.
But it's also like, I mean, you got buoyancy in water, so.
See, that's one of those
Are you going to
ones.
discount all of his feats of strength?
No,
Just
no,
listen
no,
to-
no, no, I'm just saying.
No, you're fine to do that.
just
This is going to be funny.
The problem with feats of strength like that is it's like you have to understand the physics behind moving things in very pressurized water when you're
Yeah.
very low. Because if not, you're like, wow, he lifted something in water.
Yeah.
That's
cool, man.
like-
I do that all the time. They're called dishes.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations, Aquaman. You lifted a giant dish.
They have him listed as New 52 Aquaman, stood head on taking a truck, hit it with a trident, lifted the whole truck up as it was speeding at him.
That's kind of
But
cool.
see, okay. But see, I think about that. I think about him fighting Superman. It doesn't seem like such a feat of strength.
No, because Superman just goes, I'm going to stand here.
Well, then
No,
he's-
no,
And then
no,
it just
caught it.
crushes and flips over
that's
Superman
true.
because he's standing
No,
there. and
Aquaman beat the hell out of Superman, though.
He lifted, New 52 Aquaman, lifted a cruise ship out of the water, which
That I remember.
That-
was cool.
they
yes.
can weigh over 100,000 tons.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
I
pretty
think, I remember that one. I liked
He
that.
lifted up a nuclear submarine that is listed as weighing over 50
Okay,
tons.
how
but
many
that's-
of these are going to be him lifting something?
But that always happens. That's the mainstay of him because in his first appearance he lifted a submarine out of the water. So
Yeah.
that's the
Oh, these were his strength
But it's
feats.
also
That
lifting
was the
things out of
strength-
water.
No, that was the strength
Superman.
feats. That was the strength feats. So now we're at speed feats.
Oh, now we're on speed feet.
So now
Yeah.
he's going to go fast in water.
he's actually ridiculously fast in water.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Apparently, pre-52 Aquaman swam so fast he got the bends, 10,000 feet per second.
That's,
Wow.
jeez.
He gave himself the bends.
Yeah.
Can I just say right now, since we're on this, how cool would it be if Aquaman was in water or just touching water and went so fast that he started slightly accessing the Speed Force?
That would
Hasn't
be pretty
Superman
beast.
done that? But he can't get into it, but he can see it or something like that. I think he's gone fast enough that he can acknowledge its existence, but he can't like manipulate or do anything with it.
Yeah.
He's not the
I
Flash.
don't-
Be kind of
know.
cool though if Aquaman has the water Speed Force.
Yeah.
Be cool.
I guess.
New 52 Aquaman is not only fast in water, but he's apparently able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
In water.
No, he was talking to the cop and he just jumps up to a building and then jumps off.
Okay.
Sir, I need to see your ID. Nope. Boom, boom. I gotta go.
While blind, his reflexes are still incredible. Deathstroke is a character who frequently tags the Flash, yet blind Aquaman was able to tag Deathstroke easily.
Wow.
And Aquaman is unfazed by any of Slade's hits. This is durability against speed feat.
I believe
okay.
that, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're talking about durability that's on par with Superman.
Yeah.
So I believe that. Yeah.
So that leads into durability feats. New 52 Aquaman can swim in lava.
Oh, that's
What?
cool.
He
That
swam
I
in
didn't
lava.
know. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I would do that. Like, I'm like, man, today is a nice day for a dip in lava. I'm going to go, like, I could see it, like, you have, like, a diving board set up, you know?
It's his version of a hot tub.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're going to go to the hot springs in the volcano.
Apparently, the other Atlanteans in the scene needed special suits to do it.
Huh.
So he
That
survived
actually makes it a lot cooler, too.
I would say that's his human Atlantean hybrid physiology, but, like, I mean, it's not like humans are immune to lava.
Right.
You know, so.
You're not? I was going to go there later.
Hey, Rob, let's test that theory. I'm going to bring you to a volcano.
Volcano?
volcano.
A volcanic no?
And we're going to jump in the lava. You go first. Let me know how it feels.
Yeah.
Just dip your toe in.
No, I'm good.
New
Just burn
52
some
Aquaman,
flames.
bullets only made him pissed. It drew blood, but it did all ricochet off.
Bullets drew blood.
Yeah, the scene shows it hitting above his eye and a little blood trickle coming down.
Huh. I didn't know he was
That just made him mad.
That just sounds like inconsistency in terms of invulnerable, like durability. I mean, how is it your body can withstand temperatures hot enough to melt rock, but bullets will cause damage to you? But it's like Wonder Woman. Like you read one story by Grant Morrison, Wonder Woman can be shot. You read another story by whoever, and like she's invulnerable to bullets.
Yeah, and then you read another one, and she can just ricochet them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone's shooting at her boobs, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
Keep it right
comic?
here.
Yeah.
Where it's like jiggling. Superman's like, why do you always reflect that? You're always immune. They start like jiggling her boobs, and she's like, yeah, okay, I understand why you keep doing that.
I have not
I
seen
need to
that.
show you that.
Yeah, I need to
I'm
see
going to
that.
find it while you go through this.
Skills. Aquaman's skill in hand-to-hand combat is quite impressive. Pre-New 52 Aquaman was able to show Superboy that he's not a fishman, and he basically schooled Superboy, it looks like.
Huh. Connor Kent, I believe that.
Yeah. Telekinesis telepathy. Taking out a Martian. This feat is overused, but
Hold on,
it's
he's got
Hold on,
telepathy?
telepathy beyond fish?
Yeah, apparently.
Huh. To like anyone or just like Atlanteans?
Apparently he was able to use it to disable a Martian.
That sounds almost like hijacking the Martian's telepathy.
Yeah, well, it says here even that the feat is overused, but it's enormous. It's enormous in terms of power. It's a Martian that he drops.
Huh.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know he had telepathy.
Aquaman also has badass telekinetic wave entrance.
Huh.
He just made like a tidal wave because of the fish. He made the fish.
I mean, I would
When
do
is-
that. If I were him, yeah, if I were making an appearance, like I would just ride a tidal wave in. Like it just sets me down. I'm just like,
While riding a shark as a surfboard.
oh my God,
Gotta make
that'd be
it cool.
so beast. Yeah. Like, this is my
New
friend
52
Shark.
Aquaman doesn't talk to fish, controls them, which they established in issue 1.
They
Yeah.
established that with, that's the funniest thing because like, he goes into a restaurant and they're like, don't you talk to fish? And he's like, no, like I subtly influence them. It's like, okay, so you communicate with fish.
Yeah.
You talk to fish.
I
Oh,
hear
man.
you talk to fish.
Yeah. Dude, that guy was giving him shit.
Oh, man.
He's like, aren't you mad about us eating your food? No, they asked him, they're like, how could you be Aquaman and eat seafood? That's what it was.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you do that? You know? And he's like, I mean, they're not my friends. You're not eating my friends.
And apparently, in classic Golden Age, he had a sidekick named Topo that was an octopus that could perform multiple instruments simultaneously.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Did you
That
say
kind of
multiple
stuff.
instruments?
Yeah, look, he's playing a piano, a xylophone.
How is this a feat of strength?
I mean,
Can you do that?
No, but technically he's not really even doing anything.
Well,
It's all
see-
the octopus.
it takes a lot of character strength to call yourself a superhero having a sidekick like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know, Batman's got Robin, Superman had Supergirl, Wonder Woman had her younger
Wonder
self,
Girl.
Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, and Aquaman had a.
And then Cassie Lang. Was it Cassie Lang?
No, that's Scott Lang. You're thinking of Cassie Sandsmark.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know there's a Cassie in there.
Yeah,
It's the
Cassie
blonde
lives
Wonder
somewhere.
Girl. Who currently apparently doesn't exist in anything.
I've not.
don't
We haven't
know.
seen her since the New 52.
No. Cassie Sandsmark exists in the future.
No, but
was-
I'm saying she's not in any current comic at the moment. She's not in Rebirth. We haven't seen her since New 52 Teen Titans ended, I think.
No. She was in. Which one was the story? She was in the Super Son story. It's her, Connor Kent, and somebody else.
Oh, yeah, she came back, yeah.
Yeah. She
Well,
was
it
a
was
blonde
Walt.
I
girl.
don't
wasn't
remember that one.
Or Impulse. It was Impulse, Bart Allen.
Impulse, that's who it was, yeah. Yeah, she was part of the Legion.
It wasn't Super Sons. It was.
No,
what
Super
was it?
Sons.
Yeah, it was in the original. No, I think that happened in Superman.
No. It was
Where John lost control.
Oh, Super Sons of Tomorrow.
Yeah. That was the name of the that was the name of the story.
That was the
Yeah.
Super Sons Teen Titans, is what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was part of the team that comes back from the future.
Yeah, from
the
future,
to
yeah, she's
basically
the-
go.
But that
"We
is
need
the
to get
last
Tim."
we've seen of
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Super Sons of Tomorrow, was that in Super Sons or was that in Superman?
No,
It
that was
crossed over.
that was Super Sons and Teen Titans, I think.
And Superman. It was on all three of them.
Oh, was it?
Because the one where Superman actually has to get involved, it was in Superman when they actually go
okay.
to the Fortress of Solitude.
Maybe it was
Because that's the one where
Maxim.
Tim was going crazy, and that was
Yeah.
the return of evil Batman Tim, and I think the death of evil Batman Tim.
Yeah, they referenced that in Detective or Batman. Yeah, Detective. They referenced that, but
It crossed over more than just Teen Titans and Super Sons. That's all I remember.
I thought it did. But okay, yeah, maybe it didn't. I don't know.
I don't know. It was a while ago now. Yeah, Tevia, our
Tevia
Super
will let
Sons
us know.
expert says it was in all three.
It was an
Okay.
L3.
I will not debate with Tevia when it comes to the
No.
Super
Yeah, the hipster.
What? Are we just letting Rob do an evil stare? Okay, so knowing all of this about
Tevye is like the hipster comic book fan. Like I only like old school things.
Well, hold on. Rob, I'm giving you a challenge now for your theory crafting.
Oh, man.
You have to give me
Wait,
the
are we
read-
done with all of them?
That was the big feats. They're just the big ones. They don't double down a lot.
They don't have the one where like he beat the hell out of Superman at the beginning of Rebirth.
No,
'Cause
but
that's
I
kind
did
of a
talk
big
about that in
feat.
our badass thing.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So we basically went through this list and verified the fact that he's not that impressive or interesting to read.
Well, okay, so Rob, I need you to give me. He's on the island, so you can do anything with him at this point. Aquaman. Okay.
Okay.
He's in the Dark Multiverse. He could be in the. We don't know where. He could be in the Bermuda Triangle. We don't know. But here's the challenge: you have to incorporate Topo, the octopus sidekick that plays multiple instruments.
Oh, can I? Wait, can I?
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Topo's captured.
Okay.
You know, and tranquilized. Doesn't have a chance to send a signal out to Aquaman until he's woken up.
Is he woke?
He's woke. It's lit. All right.
Oh, man.
Is that the word? Lit?
Yes.
Whatever word you young people use in relation to
You
things that are
young
awesome.
people.
So yeah.
Young people.
In relation to things that are cool.
Apparently,
That's,
in
I
Rob,
think, is what it
in
is.
terms of age with Rob being 34 means that he's pretty much done all of his living.
Yeah.
At 40, he'll be dead.
Yeah. I'm done with it all. It's been real. It was a fun ride.
That took a dark turn. Good.
Yeah, jeez, guys.
It got really dark really fast. Okay.
You know, just as a fun side note, real quick, with the when I was 21, I used to say that when I was 30, I was going to end my life by getting into a biplane, going straight up, and then coming down to a giant bullseye to see if I can hit the middle.
How did this get so dark?
Wow. So it's basically like every Superman ride at a theme park. Where you go up and then...
No, but I was going to crash it into the bullseye. I don't know where I was going to get a giant bullseye and a biplane, but...
If you find one, let me know. 'Cause I kind of want to do
You
that
just see
too.
me and Rob in a biplane. All right, Chum, where are we going?
Yeah, we're going right there into the ground. Look at that bullseye down there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so Topo wakes up in a restaurant.
Wait,
Is that the story?
Is it a sushi place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Topo gets cooked and eaten. And the last message he sends out to Aquaman is I love you, friend, but this is... They're gonna cook and they're gonna eat me. And Aquaman's just like, what? And like races over to Topo only to see that he's being consumed by people in a restaurant somewhere.
Jesus.
Now, normally they would just be like, okay, you know, at least my friend satisfied them, but like Aquaman's pissed. So he sends out a telepathic message to like sea creatures all over the universe. All right. Planets that are just like covered with water, like, so it literally leads like a universal force of sea creatures against Earth. Now, how these sea creatures are able to leave their planet and arrive on Earth, flying through the vacuum of space, don't know. # comic logic. But they are here now, and Aquaman uses them to launch an attack on Earth. And Superman's like, dude, why are you doing this? He's like, because you guys ate Topo.
So you're writing an Aquaman Black Label story.
Yeah.
Elseworlds, Chronicles of the World, we're done.
Yeah. Just think like Dark Knight's metal, except it's like Aquaman metal.
That sounds partially like a Teen Titans Go episode
Really?
where they eat Aqualad's
Wait, they do?
father that was a shrimp. Yeah.
See, this is why Teen Titans Go is better than Teen Titans.
What? They ate it. What did Aqualad do?
He was just like really sad, and he was like, "How dare you guys eat my father?" I mean, he didn't go on a killing rampage because Teen Titans Go, but yeah, no, they definitely ate.
See, that's why Teen Titans Go was better than Teen Titans.
Because they'll eat the dad of Aqualad?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. His dad's a shrimp, and they ate him.
All right, Dan, you had something you wanted to give us.
Yes, so when he actually flies through the Death Kraken, he doesn't actually kill it. He reduces its size, so once he wakes up, as he's on this island, he wakes up, and there's a miniature Death Kraken next to him. And in order to communicate to this version of the Death Kraken, he actually has to start playing an instrument. And so the Death Kraken learns how to play instruments, so they actually play melodies to each other, so they have these conversations.
That's actually kind of cool.
And Death Kraken becomes the new Topo.
Wow.
Dan took current logic.
Through the power of music.
So I would reinvent him by just going further into the because you know what we've never really done?
Hold on. Are we reinventing Topo?
No. We're reinventing bringing back Aquaman. Like he's on the island. They have no writer. DC just hired us to take over.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you just made him attack Earth.
I mean, yeah, I still would. But no. It would be him and Topo attacking Earth together.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He would somehow grow Topo's size to the size of what Starro was at one point.
That would be so beast.
I just want to say,
this giant
I love
octopus just like
Jarro.
descending.
Playing the violin.
Jarro is cool.
Jarro is cool.
Jarro's the best, one of my favorite
I
new
love how
characters.
Batman treats him like when Batman, are you okay? The Watchtower's down, but me and Jarro got out.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Jarro!
Yeah, he's like I can imagine Batman's running through. He's like, wait, I forgot Jarro. I can't forget him.
Like it's like his Batman's pet dog.
Yeah, Karen Jarro.
So I would take Aquaman. I would take him where he has to go and finally, because as far as I know, we've never really explored much of the trench. It's been kind of invented and stuff like that recently.
Yeah.
I want a storyline that really revolves around the trench and the other universes and things like that are all tied in. Because we had a storyline where he found his mother in this other universe. We've had a storyline where they went and battled the trench, and I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a cool aspect to bring in. But the trench also has Topo. And they're going to dine on Topo.
Wow.
Oh, man.
They're going to eat him.
They're going to eat him.
Yeah.
So that's why Aquaman initially goes in, and Topo's like, friend, I've been here the whole time. I've just been fending off against all of these with my music.
You know what they should do? You should do the thing where because there's a restaurant where they serve squid or octopus or something like that, and when you pour soy sauce on it, the nerves start reacting, and they should do that with Topo, where as Aquaman walks in, they're pouring soy sauce on him and his little flippers are going. It's like, what are you doing? You're eating him alive. It's like, no, he's dead. I promise you he's dead. Those are just the nerves.
Don't
acting.
worry, we killed your friend. It's okay.
Yeah,
Why
we're not
does
eating him
Rob
alive.
keep wanting to eat Topo? I know grilled octopus is
are you
good.
hungry?
I am hungry. And octopus is delicious, and I feel like Topo would taste especially delicious. Yeah. Grilled octopus is good, man.
So I think we're going to end our Aquaman-themed episode on that note. That Rob
Consuming
would
Topo.
eat Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman, with tartar sauce and vinegar.
Would that be considered cannibalism or eating seafood?
Eating seafood, you just dip them in, I used to work at Long
Do
John
you
Silver's.
think he'd be considered shellfish?
No.
You don't think so?
No, he'd just be it'd just be like regular. See, okay, I used to work at Long John Silver's. So I would dip them in batter. Cut off a hand, dip it in batter.
I think you just gave me the name of this video.
fry it.
Rob will eat Aquaman.
Oh, I would definitely do it. Yeah.
Could you eat Aquaman?
Some lemon,
Could
some
you?
vinegar, some tartar sauce on the side.
Oh my God.
Some cocktail sauce for his fingers.
Instead of an apple in his mouth, he's got an oyster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So thank you for watching Comics
Oh,
Experiment.
no, you know what we would have to do? We have to do it like we did at Legal Seafoods with a 3-pound stuffed lobster tail.
You're going to stuff Aquaman?
Yeah,
You would stuff him with Topo.
224 pounds stuffed Aquaman stuffed
my
with Topo.
God.
Yeah. It'd be delicious.
This is the craziest
A
ending of an
Topo
episode.
Mara chopped salad.
No, okay.
If you're eating Aquaman, you can't draw the line at Mara because she's hot.
No, I don't care about that. She'd have to be a garnish.
Oh, we'll make this even better. You make Topo and Aquaman into sushi, and you eat them off of Mara. Thank you for watching the Comics Experiment this week, where it took one hell of a dark turn at the end.
It really did. They really did.
If you enjoyed this, you can go find, you can subscribe right here at Comicstorian to watch this every week here on Saturdays. You can find us on iTunes and SoundCloud. And if you enjoyed it, please consider giving us a high rating because we do really appreciate those. If you're watching this live here on twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, we film these every Thursday where we normally talk about, I guess, eating Aquaman and other things related to various movies and topics that are coming around. And you can also find us over on our Patreon, patreon.com/comicstorian, where along with where for only $1 you get this early, along with various other content that we produce, such as Conspiracy Cast and 3 Beers and a Topic, and the gaming podcast and CTV and stuff like that. So you can get all of that over on our Patreon, and we really do appreciate everyone for supporting us in everything that is happening. If you want to get more Rob, find him over at Comics Explained or on his Twitter at Comics Explained. If you want to get more Dan, you can find him over at Dan T Producer on Twitter or at Siler91 here on Twitch. And if you want more of me, well, you're watching this at all of my sources, so I hope you stick around and follow us on Twitch and go to the Patreon and subscribe on the YouTubes and you can go to you can go down to the hot dog stand at the end of the street. Dan and I work there on Saturdays. We sell New York style hot dogs. He likes his with relish. I like mine with hot mustard. You decide what's better. Let us know in the comments down below.
That's what I'm making for dinner tonight. Hot dogs.